The more you know, the more you grow. Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 5th verse says, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." We go, "Ooh, wow, that's something." When we think of meek, so often we think of someone that's timid or maybe afraid to try something or afraid to step out and be noticed or to step out and meet a challenge. I want you to remember something. Jesus was known for his meekness. The Greek word for meek, which really means power under control, it was often used of a horse that had been broken. In other words, a horse who had its own will, but also had the will of its master. And that's what we need to have. Our own will, our own strength, our own desires and determinations and visions. But we have to temper it with God's will as well. To work those two together. And when we work those two together, when we work what the Spirit of God that's within inside us, the wisdom of God that we have learned with our passion, then we have power under control. Jesus is a perfect example of that when he was on the cross. He could have ripped that cross to shreds. He could have ripped the people to shreds below, but it was not the way. It was not the will of the Heavenly Father. The work he had to do was painful. And I'm sure that he had that energy inside him that said, this is unjust, this isn't right, but he tempered it with the will of the Father. And because of that, we have our salvation. We have grace. We have a new beginning, a new life. Because Jesus had power under control. Blessed are those who have their passion, have their own will, and they have God's power and passion within them in the Spirit. Blessed are those who are able to temper their own will by the direction of God. For we will be able to walk on the earth in peace. We will conquer this earth in peace. The more you know, the more you grow.